Let's talk about attention getters. Oftentimes you walk into a room and someone's going to communicate and you're kind of going, why am I going to listen to that person? And that's really what our audiences say every day when they open up our social media or they enter a room where we're speaking or communicating. And it's really the question of, why does this matter to people? So let's talk about the attention getter as a communicator, because this component of creating a talk is really all about not just getting the attention of the audience, but letting them understand the tension in the message that you're going to resolve. Because in all of our lives, when it comes to learning or information, we have to give some kind of sticky factor at the opening that makes people realize this applies to them. Especially when you're talking to a large audience, it's a hard question to answer, which is what's common to all people in the room. Because often you may have a message you want to share, but it's maybe to a niche audience or a small group. But whoever it is, you need to make sure that you're building this tension in the beginning so that they want to technically pay attention to your message. So let me give you an example. When I communicate at churches about the subject of prayer, I'll actually bring up the tension of how Jesus, the Son of God, would actually depart to a solitary place and there he would pray. And so here's somebody who you would think doesn't have to pray, but he still chose to be a person of prayer. And so it builds a tension that if prayer mattered to Jesus, then prayer should matter to us. And so when it comes to developing a talk, your attention getter really helps bring the tension to the surface of all people listening, that they realize this message is going to matter to them. Now, I've often used personal stories as openings. There may be a current event that you're bringing attention to that makes people realize that this is a priority. I like to also consider the word urgency in my attention getters. Is this subject matter urgent right now? Because people will pay attention to what's urgent. Another may be something that's extremely personal to you. And so they see your passion, they hear your passion. And so this is something that you believe in. So therefore, they're going to have empathy with you on that journey of where you're going to take them. So think about your attention getter and how you can structure this to build some tension to the subject so people realize this is a priority, this is urgent. We need to lean into this message and discover what you have to say as we then segue from the attention getter to the introduction.